Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I'm Sandman99.
and we're back with Madden NFL 2005. And this whole episode is take two.
Yes, yes, we actually played the game, and then the game itself crashed with about 30 seconds to go in the football game.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to slog through that whole thing all over again now. But it was a very lopsided game, and we were really thrashing Washington.
Yeah, well,
But,
I was basically able to do whatever I wanted to them.
Yeah. But anyway,
I suppose we should get on with the replay here.
yeah, we're just going to show you a little replay ahead of our game here. And this is sort of like a preview of what the offense will look like when I'm running it next season.
Indeed.
And this is something that I've been working on because I noticed that RecV5X, although you have a lot of success running the ball out of a single back formation,
Yep.
one of the problems that you have with your pulling guards is that quite often you'll have a defensive player pop through the line and tackle your quarterback while he's trying to hand the ball off.
Yeah, they just jump right on his back.
Yeah.
And sometimes even after he's handed the ball
Yeah,
off.
well, he actually will go through the entire handoff animation and everything, except that the ball's not exchanged. He'll stick it in the running back's stomach and then pull it back out.
Yeah.
And then get tackled. So I was thinking about how to get around that problem, and this is sort of my solution. So basically, this is a shotgun formation that I built out of the single back 3 tight end formation.
Oh, okay.
So on the right, you've got Marshall, number 83, there at tight end 1.
Yep.
And on the outside, you've got number 35 there, Easley, at tight end 2.
Yep.
And I've actually got Golston playing tight end 3 in this side league, because in this side league for the Crusaders, sort of a league that we use to practice and develop plays and that kind of thing.
Yep.
There is no tight end 3 on the team, so Golston fills that role.
Yep.
And on the left, I've got wide receiver Mills. Okay. And in the backfield, of course, I've got Calvin Allen, our star halfback. Oh, no, that's Carroll, because there is no Calvin Allen in this one.
But Carroll is like the same kind of player.
He's the same kind of player, yeah. He's not quite as talented, I don't think, but he's still a very speedy guy. So anyway, my idea to prevent the defender pops through the line and tackles the quarterback while he's handing the ball off is to just hand the ball off from the shotgun.
Yeah, so you hand the ball off deeper.
Yes. And you'll notice that the guard pulls, but this time around you watch number 62 there, the tackle. He actually does a great job of moving over and picking up that defensive tackle.
Yeah, he angle blocks the defensive tackle.
Yeah, but the defensive end pops through the line, and actually if this had been a single back formation with the quarterback under center,
He would have hit Rod Dorsey in the
that
back.
guy would be jumping on Rod Dorsey, and I believe this is the Bulls, who are a strong defense team too.
Yep.
So that guy is very fast and very agile, right, for a defensive lineman.
But even though he's fast, no matter how fast he is, he can't get back here in time to actually hit Rod Dorsey.
That's right. So I have enough time to complete the handoff animation and actually hand the ball off. And then, of course, Carroll has to run away from that guy who's gotten the instant penetration. But that's okay, because you'll notice number 76, the pulling guard, is actually out in front of him. And he actually picks up the safety with maybe a teensy bit of suction blocking going on there, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
But,
It's part of the game. It's in the game.
It's in the game, so, what can you do? And look at Mills there, locked up on the cornerback, doing a great job.
Yep.
And so Carroll's got an open road to the end zone there without being touched. And if we back up here and just watch the pulling guard, particularly, one other advantage to running this type of play out of this formation is that it takes a little bit longer for the ball to reach the quarterback from the shotgun snap.
Yep.
And so you'll see he's just starting the handoff animation now, and that guard is already over behind the tackle.
Yeah, he's a legitimate lead blocker.
That's right. He's in a legitimate position to lead block on this run play.
Even though we don't have talented guards.
Yeah, and if there had been somebody coming from inside, it would have been very easy for him to just turn slightly to his right and pick that player up.
Yep.
But as it turns out, everybody on the line, like all the linebackers, all the linemen, they were all blocked by somebody.
Somehow.
That happens occasionally.
Yeah, rarely.
But anyway, so he just kept on going out in front of the ball carrier and, picks up the safety, and away we go. So that was a well executed counter run. And also, because of limitations, there are only a few things that you can do. Like, you can't shuffle step or back step and then hand off from this formation because
the handoffs are too fast.
Yep. Actually, the running back will run past the quarterback, and the quarterback will be left standing there with the ball, right?
Yep.
And so basically, the only things that really work
are counters and delays.
Are counters, delays, and hop steps.
Well, okay, hop steps work too.
I use a hop step dive play out of this formation as sort of like my quote-unquote stretch run, I guess.
Yeah.
Or option run, I suppose, because I don't really run a stretch like you do.
Yep.
I'll run a counter to the outside, although by design this play was a counter step off tackle, right?
Yep.
So it wasn't even particularly designed to be a wide run either. I just took it wide because that's the way the blocking was, right?
Yep.
But I also can, like with the hop step handoff, I can run up the middle if a gap opens in the middle of the line, or because this running back starts an extra 2.5 yards deeper in the backfield.
Yep.
I have time to turn to the outside if it doesn't look like there's anything opening up in the middle.
Yep.
And he's very speedy, so I've got enough room to run around the outside enough speed to run around the outside. And, if you get good blocking from your wide receivers and they manage to seal off the pursuit, you can usually pick up a few yards out of this formation.
It's kind of like his high speed rating compensates for the extra yardage that he has to cover, right?
That's right. And you pretty much need a guy with high 80s or better speed in order to really successfully run out of this type of formation.
Yep.
Anyway, I guess we'll move on to the game now, but just wanted to show off a little bit of what the offense would look like next season. And of course, Kelvin Allen, our star halfback, is going to be a major force in that offense because I have several formations similar to this one that I'll be using him in. And I also use the halfback quite heavily as a pass receiver.
Yep.
Like, I motion him out of the backfield, so I've got an empty backfield, and I use the halfback as an extra wide receiver, basically.
Yep.
And if you scroll to the right, Easley there is going to be a featured player in the offense as well. From this position in this formation, and I have a mirror of this formation too. I plan on trying to run a lot of corners and outs to him
because he's got a very good agility. And
what I do is I'll motion the halfback out to the right, so he's split in the wide receiver position out right. And that will basically cause the corner to lock up on him.
Yep.
And if they're playing a man lock, then quite often Easley is going to get linebacker coverage. And Easley is faster than most linebackers.
Yep.
And he runs pretty good pass routes. So I found that in test games that I've played with using this type of offense,
you just pick them apart.
Yeah, I have a lot of success throwing to Easley against linebacker coverage, right?
Yep.
Which is what I'm going to be trying to do. Anyway, so Easley and Allen, I think, are going to be the two main guys. And then, of course, Mills and Rhodes, the wide receivers, will be important supporting players.
Yep.
And also, I do have some multiple running back sets that I'll use for if I want to try and run up the middle and play a little power football. And that's where Pete Clark will come in, because he's not as fast, but he is good at running in the middle.
Yep.
Anyway, now we will move on.
Alrighty. And we're back with Crusaders Franchise Year 2, Week 16.
Yes, and we're going to have a look at the local newspaper, because the local newspaper really gave us a really, bad statement here.
Yeah, they're so full of shit.
Yeah, see, Crusaders Swamp Rats. And it says, Kansas City will find a way to lose against the gutsy Swamp Rats.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not as bad as the last randomly generated headline. The last randomly generated headline said that we were underachievers all season long.
Yeah.
And that we were just not willing to win.
Yeah, even though we're 14-0, right?
Yeah. So this one at least makes a little bit more sense. But still, though, I don't think we're going to lose this game.
Yeah. But anyway, Calvin Allen has 2,057 rushing yards going into this game.
Yeah, and he had 200 more.
Yeah, he had 200 more, but I expect that you won't have too much trouble reproducing that result because these guys, their defense is actually very soft, right? Our defense overall is actually ranked higher than theirs.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah, they do have a very strong offensive crew, right? But I think that you have to have a decent defense at least to go along with your offense if you're going to be successful. And these guys at 5 and 9, I think that reflects that.
Yeah.
And it could be that maybe they've had some injuries on defense or something. It could be that maybe they're missing a couple of key players, and that's why their
rating is so low.
Their defensive rating is so low because I don't remember them being that low before.
Yeah, I don't remember them being that bad either.
So chances are they're probably missing a couple of key players or something.
Yeah, and their all Madden quality offense can't save them.
No. Well, the problem is that you find yourself basically having to play in a shootout every game when you're in that kind of situation. And
yeah, well, they're giving up 27 points every single game.
Yeah, they're giving up 27 points a game. So even though they're in the top third in the league in scoring at 25.5 points per game, well, you know, like that 27 points against per game is pretty tough to overcome, right?
Yep. I can't believe we're second in rushing.
Yep, second in the league in rushing.
You guys have seen throughout this whole series how much I hand the ball off, and we're still second in rushing.
Yeah.
Who the hell is first?
I don't know, but you do get 50-plus rushing attempts per game, right?
Yeah, like
in most games. So, yeah. I mean, we've played some games where I don't think you've thrown a dozen passes.
I don't know, whoever's getting more rushing yards than me must not have a quarterback on the team. They got a punter back there.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee Newsom, good quarterback, blah blah. It's just like deja vu all over again.
Yeah, it is. Watch, they're going to show the wide receiver next.
Yep.
Every game. I think most people in the league like to think that he's deceptively fast. That allows
yeah, he's a speedy guy, so they'll be just playing a cushion, taking away the long passes. I don't think they have much of a run game either, so I can afford to play a cushion and play off, right?
Yep.
Let's go to midfield for the
last game you were pretty defensively dominant too. The only reason they even got 10 points is because we kicked the ball back to them so many times.
Well, and they did like sooner or later it's going to happen where a receiver will catch a ball deep like they did there with the corner on one side of them and the safety on the other, and the two of them team up and tackle the guy right away as soon as he catches the ball.
But he still hangs on to it.
But he still hangs on to it, right? Okay, well, I was very confused with my offensive and defensive audibles last game, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back to what I was doing because I was having a lot of trouble. Okay, and we're going to do this today. We're going to play... yeah, we'll play some man under 2. So 5 man-to-man. I guess we'll maybe stick that in there too. We'll see how that goes.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go with the usual. I never did get rid of that, the halfback check down versus slants conundrum where I've got 2 plays that are designed to beat man coverage.
Yeah, well, the curls play works pretty well against most types of zone coverages, though, too. Right? Well, the only thing that can stop you on that is if they're playing like 5 across short zones or something, right?
Yeah, either that or if I just need more than like 6 yards.
Yeah.
Back to the
Well,
field.
you can throw deep against zone defenses, but you have to do it a certain way.
This one off.
Well, this looks like it's a lot tamer wind than we had. In our game, we had like this wicked 14-mile-an-hour crosswind.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, actually. Yeah.
Not much on that
Well,
return.
we're starting off with.
Bumbling all around before the 20. That return was over before it ever got anywhere.
John wasn't happy with that return, I guess.
Guess not.
The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. They line up in the I formation. With the carry. Nice play fake. With the throw.
Oh.
This one falls incomplete. Touch pass had very little touch, John.
And there are times to make throws like that. Times to zing it. You just made the wrong choice.
Backing off. Lewis, the deep back. Drops back. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Perfect pass. Edwards makes the tackle at the 29-yard line. Newsom on paper here, John, a mismatch today. One of the top quarterbacks in the league, taking on a very leaky pass defense.
Yeah, they sure are, Alan. I think mainly due to.
I mean, you know, like his completion percentage wasn't so bad, but I don't know. I mean, he just didn't get a lot done last game.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. Dixon in motion.
It doesn't really matter how many passes you complete if you can't actually score.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just hit that guy after.
Yeah, well, just tip it to him, right?
He just needs to be a little more patient out there.
Wow. You know, like just tip the ball to him.
Things to make you go,
Yeah.
Making some changes along the defensive front. And the defense, amazingly, has about 9 guys at the line of scrimmage against the shotgun. With the pass, he hits his receiver. Number 52 with the stop at the 36-yard line. Newsom delivered that one with just the right amount of touch.
He's one of those guys who's
I think it's funny how they recognize your nickel formation as like a goal line formation.
Yeah.
Routes to come up with a ball.
Oh, come on.
Ben
really?
French.
Flag on the play.
Oh.
Come on, man. You're a player with 99 awareness. And you're not just a player with 99 awareness. You're like the best player on our defense. Terrible.
It's 1st and 10. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. Lewis fakes the handoff. Passing to the left. Thrown behind, but caught. Nice read. Finding the receiver who was in
A little bit of psychic receiver thing going on there.
Yeah, well, it was a play action pass. You know how those go.
1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Closing in. Flings it to the outside. Short pass to the fullback. Johnson brings him down at the 41. Good run after the catch, John.
Let me tell you, they really try and get him the ball as much as possible because he can break away and make people miss.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. They need 7. Only one man in the backfield. Throws it.
Yeah. He's making up for that false start.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm surprised that he got there.
8th play of this drive. Jones in motion. Dropping back. Pressure. Throwing.
Well, I was covering the flat there, right? Like I was playing a flat zone with that outside guy, right?
Yep.
Quite often I'll blitz
Ready to go.
one or both of those defensive backs that are lined up wide, but this time around I sent the linebacker and had both of those defensive backs play hard flats, right?
Good play in the back.
There, see? That's why I used the shotgun handoff.
At least they got a little closer. But when you're in that kind of situation,
Because that play was going to
you have
make
to
good
work to
yards
get the ball
until that
downfield.
guy basically interrupted the handoff, right?
Calling an audible now. He's looking, gets rid of it, and he makes the...
Well, that's okay. We'll just make those yards back again on a curls play.
Great
Yeah.
run after the catch by Allen.
Hey, that's all you have to do with this guy. Just give him the ball and let him outrun everybody on the field.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package, directing traffic.
See, it makes you wonder how Tom Brady actually managed 1,000 yards rushing in his career.
Hand it off.
Well, you know,
guess he didn't
1,000
have-
yards rushing over 22 seasons or whatever that was. That's not very much,
It's more than what what Bo Jenkins will get, though,
probably.
because he's always got all these people jumping on his back.
Well, it's also hard to run with the
Jenkins
quarterback
with a
in
man
this
in
game
motion.
too, right?
Changing the play now. They're coming with the blitz. With the
Because
pass.
this is not the season of the scrambling quarterback. That was Madden 04, right?
Yep.
Where it was actually fairly easy. Everybody would drop back in coverage on the defense, and you'd be able to, if you could escape the outside pass rush,
Jenkins
I mean, you could even pull the ball down and run up the middle and make good yards, right?
He sees something in the defense. He'll get it again.
I changed runs there like 3 times.
Yeah.
That kind of hit
Eventually, we went with a
6 on the play.
sprint.
Drops back. Throwing. And it's complete. Holmes with the stop at the 24. Jenkins with a hot hand on this drive.
And what he's doing is
Yep,
sitting
just
back there in the pocket,
pick them
seeing
apart
everything.
6 yards at a time, eh?
And giving
Yep.
the ball to the right guy. He's playing very well right now.
Jenkins with a man in motion. He hands it off. Graham takes him.
Oh, you got a little bit of blocking there.
10-yard line. 6-yard gain.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
4 to go.
You can't complain.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
I mean, every time they bring those safeties up, I'm going to run this.
Yeah.
Gets the pass off, and it's caught. Try.
And look at that. That's like 10 yards right there.
Yep.
Jenkins has been perfect on this drive.
Yeah, what happens? You get into a rhythm. The way this guy's throwing, he's going to stay in that rhythm until the defense knocks him out of it.
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Hand off to the tailback.
Well, at least he
Okay.
didn't. At least he didn't tackle Jenkins in the backfield again.
Yeah, that time we just had a whole bunch of non-blocking in the middle of the
They
line.
break
Yeah.
down blocks very quickly. And they do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunities.
Jenkins with a man in motion.
No, the last practice game that I played, the team I was playing was
Give it to the halfback.
just
That's a face mask.
basically like pressing down on the run so hard that I threw for 450 yards. Right? Wow. You know, like when they're overplaying the run to the point where you can basically pass at will, I think that it would have been nice if they would have established some sort of floating intelligence, so that defensive play calling would be better, right?
Yep.
Because they basically just keep doing what they're doing here. They crowd the line and bring everybody up to the line. You're not going to run against us.
And then I go and I audible to a spread formation and throw curls.
Yeah, or for me, I was throwing short passes. I was throwing deep passes. Like I was basically, like taking it to them right through the air. And I think I ended up averaging something like 12 yards per pass by the end of that game. Like, is it better to give up 12 yards per pass or 4 yards per rushing attempt?
Yeah.
Definitely, this might have been an okay game, but they were definitely not there yet. And it's unfortunate that they went in the direction they did instead of continuing to build on this.
I agree.
First and 10.
It would have been nice to still have your custom playbooks. It would have been nice to continue building on defense, and they could bring back the offensive line blocking from 04. That would have helped a lot, I think.
Yeah, well, not only that, but the defensive play calling from 04.
Yeah,
because
you can keep all the defensive mechanics in this game, but bring back the play calling AI, and maybe take away that ability to crowd the line outside your own 10. Because even real NFL teams, when they crowd the line, they leave the safeties off.
Yeah. Well, what I saw was, like if they had 8 guys on the line, they had 3 guys standing 8 or 10 yards off the line too, right?
Yeah, because if you're going to play aggressive, you need to have somebody back there in case something goes wrong.
That's right.
Here's a 3rd and long situation. Kansas City drops its safeties into deeper coverage to be more prepared for the long pass. Lewis, the lone back. Throws it.
Wow, look at you with the triple team in the middle.
Yeah.
Brings him down at the
Jeez.
36-yard line. He never hesitated on that pass.
That was quite a throw. This guy's been blessed with a golden arm.
Look at that. Danny Jones can swim in air.
Yep. That he can.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Newsom with a man in motion.
Illegal formation.
Yep.
Call a penalty.
Going to the
Nope.
air on 1st down. Under pressure, throwing. A lot of station flags.
Like, that's totally a penalty, right?
Yeah, they don't have a receiver on the line of scrimmage at that side.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the action.
Not only that, but I had 2 overlapping zones back there.
That one right on the money. They just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
Like how exactly do you complete a pass in that kind of conditions, right?
I think they didn't trade wisely there, and as a result, they both ended up covering the deepest man in double coverage.
Pass play here on 1st down. Pressure coming. Rosen, and it's caught. Number 20 pulls him down at the 30. Newsom doing an excellent job on this drive.
Things are really slowing down for him right now. He's seeing the coverage and finding the open man with ease. He's really in some kind of rhythm out there.
It's 1st and 10. Lewis. Play action.
Nice!
Oh, I couldn't get a hold of the right guy, eh?
Well, that's okay. Now it's 2nd and a mile.
You don't want to put your receiver in a position to catch a pass behind the line when he's got a defender bearing down on him.
Only one man back. Closing in. Good play in the backfield by Perry.
Go Cedric Perry.
The receivers downfield.
You have to get rid of the ball in that situation. Throw it underneath. Throw it away. You can't take the sack and lose yardage like that.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack. Kansas City drops its safeties into deeper coverage to be more prepared for the long pass. Newsome.
Wow, is that ever a long third down conversion?
Yep.
Pressure. He just got that.
Oh, look at that. I've got everybody laying on the ground again. I can't actually get a whole control of anybody that's anywhere near the ball, right?
Well, that's okay. You actually kept them out of field goal range. Think of it that way.
Yeah, I backed them up 20 yards in 3 plays.
Here's the punt.
Even though that's an inside the 20 punt, that's only like 4 yards past their own first down marker.
Yeah.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Well, you know what? I think you could almost, I don't know if they'll count those as sacks, but you could almost count those as sack fumbles, right?
Allen.
Thought he was going to get you there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get me there too.
Takes him down at the 31-yard line. Turned it upfield and picked up good yardage.
Let me tell you.
Well, this is turning out to be significantly lower scoring than how things were.
Yeah, well, you didn't get a big play on your first drive, right?
Yep.
Like when we played this game the first time around on your first possession, you threw like a 45-yard bomb, right?
Yeah, well, it's because they crowded the line and they kept playing one deep all game long. I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, actually you threw about 4 long bomb passes in that game.
It's 1st and 10.
It was very unlike you.
Dropping back. Throws it.
Yeah, this is a bit more like you.
Watch the center of his body and bam.
I mean, if they give it to me, an opportunity to me again, I will try to throw deep against them. But
Like now?
like now,
I guess it just depends on who that guy covering Allen is, eh?
With the throw.
Oh, okay, you're going to go for the... Yeah. See, that time the guy stuck his hand up and knocked it away.
yeah, well, you know,
It looked very like the one that you completed, though, in that way, right?
it did, yeah. Again? We're at this again. Okay, leave those safeties back there. Oh, look at that. After that, they are going to leave those safeties back there.
Yeah.
He surveys the field, throwing, breaking.
Well, look at that. Marshall runs over a tackler.
Yeah, I had to look at all 3 guys there.
He's going to feel that in the morning.
Good strong throw by the quarterback on that pass.
You know, they really whipped that thing in there. That's why you used to see a lot of drop passes by a defender. And it's usually because he just can't hang on to the thing.
Directing traffic. With the throw.
Yeah, we'll throw it to easily again.
Yeah, throw it to the hands guy, right?
Yeah, we'll just throw it to the hands guy. If we have to throw it, we'll throw it to the hands guy.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Negative 12 yards rushing. That's ridiculous.
Well, when the quarterback fumble, I guess they're not going to count those as sacks, right? They must have been like attempted passes or something that he, backward passes. That's what they must have ruled those as.
Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. Child stops him at the 27.
See, I've been favoring lately coming out in this twin tight end, twin wide receiver thing because it instantly tells me what kind of coverage they're in.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've had a lot of success running to the right on this one too, right? Especially if they have that corner over on the other side. Because there's no containment out there now. You can just sprint for the sideline, right?
Yep.
With the stop at the 7.
Watch it here. He makes a pretty good adjustment and he brings it down. got the body control and agility to make up for the mistake on his.
Yeah, it was all body control and agility to make that stop there.
That's right. That's what that was all about.
That's totally what that was, John.
Actually, I think he was staggering after breaking the first tackle, right? See, this is something else. I've tried to do this myself, but I have not mastered that particular technique. I just don't seem to be able to time the snap properly.
It's not something that works all the time anyways, but the way that I do it is I will motion the guy, go to motion the tight end, and as soon as I motion him, I'll start mashing the snap button.
Oh, okay. That's how you do it.
Yep. And so I'm just going to snap it at like the earliest possible time. The only bad thing about the twin tight end is it's not very good for running against zone defenses.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it. And it's complete.
And so you have to rely on your short curls play in order to make any progress against a zone defense.
Oh, well.
And of course, if you run a curls play and they play a cover 2, then you're dead.
Yeah, they don't seem to do that all that often, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Team heads out onto the field. And it's on.
Actually, certain teams will, like I think Chicago does.
Oh yeah,
that a
they're
lot.
really bad about their cover 2. They run a lot of cover 2. But that's because real-life Chicago had Brian Urlacher at this time.
Yeah.
And he was a fantastic player, so...
And actually, I can remember reading an article in Sports Illustrated, because at about this time was when the Bears made it to the Super Bowl.
From the 8.
And I mean, they got clobbered by whoever it was that played them. Now I don't even remember who it was, but they basically got there playing cover 2 zone defense, right?
Yep. Well, it's because Urlacher had the range in order to actually follow people back out of his middle zone and follow them deep. And so the kinds of things that you'd usually do against the cover 2 in order to split the 2 deep zones didn't work so well with Brian Urlacher back there.
See there? I'm sending Travis Wade around the left side of the screen there, eh?
Yep. Wow. What kind of a... That's like a hook shot there.
Yeah, pretty much. He was just throwing that away. And, of course, that was Cedric Perry over there covering the flat, right?
Yep.
Second and long. Shifting some personnel up front. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Matt records the tackle at the 22-yard line. Lewis didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them offside.
Wow.
Newsom will work out of the shotgun. Dives and
too bad.
Him down at the 38-yard line.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. They're in a hole here on 3rd down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
Newsom sends a man in motion.
Damn it.
Nope. Wrong button.
Wrong button.
Number 95 stops the clock there.
Okay.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Lewis lines up behind his fullback in the eye.
Yeah, the one thing these guys have, though, is they do have a...
Oh, wow. Danny Jones gets a sack. See, this is an anti-play action type of thing, because this guy, generally speaking,
is so out wide, he can't bite.
Whoever he is, he's so out wide that I don't think he even sees the play action fake a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I found that this particular play, with play action, because they don't have an extra back end to block, right? You'll get that kind of a result quite a bit.
Yep.
To the game.
Yeah.
Danny Jones gets us. Next thing you know, next year, Danny Jones is a sack leader.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, but
If only we could convert Danny Jones to the linebacker.
Kansas City going to a prevent defense here as they back up the safeties and corners. Lewis, the lone setback. Pressure coming with the throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, although the receiver had to stop running after that one. That was so underthrown.
yeah, but you'll notice that the safety was still back there guarding against that deep pass, right?
Yep.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Kansas City doesn't want a long pass over anybody's head here, so they back up the secondary. Newsom starts out of the shotgun. Dropping back, gets rid of it. Great throw. Perry brings him down at the 34-yard.
That's all I was doing there, as I was just playing man under 2 and backing the safeties back deep.
He comes out to punt for the second time. Here's the kick. And he signals for the fair catch.
Fair catch, middle.
Yep.
1st and 10. Hand off to the tailback. The back breaking free. Refuses to go down.
I almost managed to cut back upfield there.
Yeah, almost.
Cruising ahead for a big game.
The offense won the battle at the line of scrimmage, and they blew the defenders off the line, opening holes for the runner to slide right through.
Oh, look, they brought the safety down to help now.
Throwing on 1st down. With the throw, no completion there.
Oh, I think he dropped that one.
Yeah, I think he dropped that one. Well, that's why we usually throw it to Easley, but I think Easley was covered on that play.
Yeah.
So the second guy I checked, because I scanned the field left to right, was Allen, and he was open, so I threw it to him.
Hey, run this to the left. Maybe you can...
see something in the defense. Looks
Yeah.
like he's calling an audible.
They got the line shifted over, so you never know. Maybe the blocking will develop for you or something.
Hand it off again.
Well, you know what? We picked up 4 yards on that run play.
Yeah. Yeah, from the face mask penalty and the -1 yardage. Yeah.
Sometimes the defender will do whatever it takes to get a guy down. This time he got caught pulling him down by the mask.
They need 6. Nickelback in this time. Road in motion.
Well, you got Herman sneaking in the little short curl underneath there by himself. Eh?
Surveying the field. Rolling right. And he makes the grab.
I was checking deep there, but I didn't like my odds.
Yeah.
So I threw the short curl to Herman. I don't know, maybe I should have actually checked our... No, the out guy was covered.
No, the
too.
out guy was covered.
So let's pick up.
Yeah,
Everybody was covered except for Herman.
I didn't even look at the out guy that time.
No, it looked to me like they were basically playing a deep pass defense there, right?
Is back to punt. Jones lines up deep for the punt return.
If you'd have called the curls play, you probably would have made a 1st down.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Not much hang time on this one.
But I had so much success throwing bombs against them the first time we played
in the
this.
previous game, yeah.
1st and 10.
But they're just not willing to give me the same kinds of coverages now.
Lewis lines up behind his fullback.
See, what I do when I'm lining up in those long pass plays, the very few times I do, is I'm watching the safeties and I'm watching what they do. And if they don't do something like drop into a short zone or something like that, then I just stop looking deep altogether and I look for my check down guys.
2nd and inches.
Because anytime you're in a man coverage situation with a deep zone guy, I'm not even going to think about throwing the ball deep, because I know there will be double coverage out there somewhere.
There's a flag on the play. Wade is the guy who's
Oh, yeah. I guess Edwards was over the line. Huh.
Yeah, but I guess the penalty wouldn't have netted them as much as that run.
No. Probably not.
So they have first.
Oh, you know what probably was? You know the linebacker cheat animation?
Yeah.
Probably that.
Yeah, he was probably doing the linebacker cheat animation.
The handoff. Jones makes the play at the 31-yard line. They went back to the run on that play.
That just
Well,
goes
okay.
to show you that the coach trusts the guy to hang on to the ball.
To carry it. And he's brought down at the 34. Just a short pickup on that play, John.
They're just trying to get this run established. When you get it going on the ground, it really opens things up for the other options you have on offense.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. 5 yards to go. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
That was an interesting animation. Did you see that?
He
Wow.
just punched it out of the air.
Yeah, he just punched it out of the air. Yeah.
Also, guys, give a lot of credit to the guys up front. They were outnumbered on the line.
Not
They
one you
still
see that
put out a
often.
good pass.
No, I've never seen that one before, I don't think. Not in exactly that way.
Coming now to punt it away.
Because it was coming in at about belt height, and he didn't even try to catch it. He just sort of
Punched it away, yeah.
punched it away, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's better that than,
Well, it's
tipping
better
it to
than-
a receiver.
It's better than tipping it up into the air or something, right?
First and 10. Gets the call. Trotter records the tackle at the 46-yard line. Allen continues to assert
Wow, I
Well-
can't believe that linebacker managed to catch you.
Coming up here.
Yeah, well, I almost outran him. It was like a hair sliver close, right?
Yeah.
Rhodes, the man in motion. He's looking, throws it.
Oh!
Pass is right there, but
Wow, he was wide open,
Sometimes
too.
You see the receivers drop the easiest passes. They must be thinking.
I don't know.
touchdown
Sometimes
before
you just
making a
don't.
catch.
Luck is just not on your side.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd totally run out of the coverage there, and there was nobody nobody left over
Looks like
there.
he's calling an audible.
Well, he is a wide receiver matched up against a linebacker in that kind of coverage scheme, right?
With the throw, and it's complete. Graham pulls
That's
it
okay.
down.
Marshall will catch it for us.
41.
Yep.
Watch it here. This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. They were
I like my tight ends because they can hold on to the ball when they get hit.
First down.
He sees something in the defense. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Yeah, they actually are both very good at catching.
Hands it off to the back. Holmes stops him at the 36-yard line. They'll have to get the ball.
All right, let's switch back up to this for a little while.
For the first down. Changing the play now. Hand it off.
Ah, safety blitz.
Play in the backfield. Not what they were looking for in that play call.
Yeah, the back just couldn't decide
Oh
where he
well.
wanted to go with it.
I guess it's time to
Yes,
throw
he
another
gave it just a
slant.
little. By the time he decided where he wanted to go with it, the defense was all over it.
Sixth play of this drive, and they need about 9. The visiting team come out in a dime package.
Well, if you get that one to Rhodes in front of the safety, it looks like there's nobody covering him.
Gets rid of it.
Not only did he drop it, but he almost tipped it to a defender. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what you can do about these things sometimes.
Yeah, well, you know what? That pass was right on the money where it had to be.
Well, you know what? Bad things happen when you go to the air.
Yeah.
This one is shallow and short.
Well, especially because like he's got a 90+ catching rating too, right?
Yeah, I have.
Like you would expect that he should. You know, I think it's not unreasonable to expect that he should catch that, right?
Backed up
Yeah, I
against
don't know.
their own
I
goal.
think sometimes it's just a luck thing.
whole deal about what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable...
Well, even though it's inside of 2 minutes, they're not hurrying up yet.
Nope. Well, they're pretty close to their own end of the field here, right?
You know, the one thing these guys do got, though, is they have that super speed tight end.
Well, once I got going in the right direction there.
Third down, less than a yard. Newsom with a man in motion. Lewis. And he picks up just enough.
Oh, I guess they're going to give him the first down for that.
Oh, well.
Enough for the first. I'm still not sure it was enough.
It looks like they're well and thoroughly determined to run the clock here, in spite of the fact that they're trailing.
Lined up in an eye.
Well,
Edwards.
all they're doing is, now they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, now it's time to come out in split backs.
Yep.
You know, we've run the clock down to 30 seconds or 38 seconds in our own end of the field. So now it's time to come out in the passing formations.
Pressure, gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. Number 20 pulls him down at the 32. First and 10. Newsom scans the defense from the gun. Pass play here on first down. This pass is incomplete.
Travis Wade can get out there and Superman.
Yep.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. The defense is shifting. They'll go from the shotgun. Throwing.
Oh,
That was a touchdown.
Come on.
Maybe that's what caused
Wow.
the rush to throw a bit.
Well, some things are still the same about this game.
Yep.
Newsom starts out of the shotgun. Dropping back, gets the pass off, and he makes the grab. Johnson with the stop at the 42. The coach is having them hurry it up. Shifting some personnel up front.
Well, now they're going to call a timeout.
Well, that's good because you were offside.
Well, I'm going to leave this same defense out there.
Lewis, the deep man. They'll pass on first down. Gets rid of it. Swings it out to his running
Oh,
back.
that was pretty. Oh, wow.
Well, at least they're still on their side of the 50.
Yeah, well, I guess that was Danny Jones, too, right? He's not a great tackler.
Drops back. Throwing. And he makes no, he can't hold it in.
Okay.
Well, it's all or nothing now. I don't think they'll have time to kick a field goal.
11th play of this drive. Giving some cushion on the outside. Out of the gun. Gets the call. Under pressure. Flings it to the outside. Broken up.
Oh, they're going to come out.
Okay, well, that's fine. Well, they might as well, right? Because they're going to run out of time anyway.
And this should be the
I mean,
last
thing
play
is,
of the
though,
game.
you could go for it on 4th and 6 here, and although you won't give it up on downs because it's not possible, you could throw an interception and pick 6.
Lewis. They'll go with a play fake. And it's caught. Jones brings him down at the 36-yard line.
It isn't going to get them anywhere anyway.
Nope.
Washington 0.
Well, what do you think? Halftime stretch?
Halftime stretch.
Okay.
And we're back.
Yes, and this has been a significantly different game than the first time when we played this through, where the score was, what, 73-10 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't say that their defense has played any better. I'd say more just I've had a lot more offensive miscues. Really odd-looking drop passes at that.
Yep.
Home team will start this drive from the 31.
Yeah, definitely, like especially that one that you threw to Rhodes, and you'd expect Rhodes to catch that, because I think he has a 99 catching rating in this particular version of the Crusaders.
I don't think it's quite that high. I think it's more like 86. I think easily in this version is the most reliable hands on the team.
Well, he dropped that one too. I guess he's having a bad day today or something.
Yeah, we might have to bench him.
He's got 2 or 3 drops in this game, eh?
The visiting team come out in a
But that's
nickel
being
back.
said, none of the wide receivers on this team are going to the Pro Bowl. Interestingly enough, the offensive players going to the Pro Bowl, of course, are Kelvin Allen
32-yard line.
and both of your tight ends.
Yeah.
This is a tough physical team that likes to run the ball in just about
Well,
any
we'll try
situation.
something different here.
You can run the ball consistently.
And I think you got
It
one
really
more
wears
Pro
down
Bowl
the
selection
interior
too. I think
line.
Parkman's going to the
Slow
Pro
down
Bowl
those pass rushers.
Clark comes in motion.
with all of his touchdowns, right?
Dropping back. Pressure coming.
Oh.
Looking. Down he goes.
He was open. I just
Yeah,
I pressed it too.
You had a guy, you just didn't have time.
Line just couldn't hold their ground very long. The defense broke through and brought him down.
Nothing happening for the offense there. Forced into a 3-and-out.
That's funny too, because when we were playing against these guys the first time, you were able to do basically whatever you wanted.
Yeah. It's like they're a whole other team out there now.
Yeah.
And he chooses not to return this one.
And that's the best kind of punting that there is, because you know what? You're going to get 35 yards after a return anyway.
Yeah, on average. If you look at the league average, at least in Madden 05, league average.
Yep.
And so basically we're settling for getting the league average. We'll never have an extraordinarily good punting game, but we'll never have a bad one either.
When you see that, and then you look at the scoreboard,
And that's why we do the pooch punt.
get an idea of
Yep.
what they need
That
to
was
do.
very
Threw it
overthrown.
a little too soon, and it missed the mark. The pass rush almost got to him.
I don't think he ever had a chance to set his feet. I'll tell you one thing, this defensive coach sure has his defensive lineman pumped up.
Only one man back. Newsom sends a man in motion. Still
Oh, yeah.
the 50. Big hit on the ball carrier.
Hal, they were trying something there, but
It didn't work.
He just got unloaded on.
Lewis covered some good ground there.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their blocks and allowing him to get a
wow,
good
the
run for a
offensive
first
numbers in
down.
this game are just abysmal.
The visiting team have had a tough time throwing on first down today.
Yeah, he's not completing too many.
Pass play here on first down. Gets rid of it, and he makes the grab.
Oh, he can complete that all day long.
48.
Yep.
There's an
Ooh,
injury
looks
to
like
Joe Williams
when
very soon.
Ben French hit him there, it looks like he's going to have to go sit down now for a little while.
Yep.
Atta boy, Ben.
Ah.
Good job.
They need to reach the 38-yard line to convert. Kennison with a man in motion. Closing in.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. It looked like I got through, and then suddenly I didn't get through
That's just a
anymore.
great job by the receiver. Not only was he able to make the catch in the rocket, but he was able to pick up some nice yardage too.
The visiting team have not fared well on first down when they've gone to the air today, John. Very low percentage and a low average.
Which is one reason they're trailing in the game.
Oh, backwards pass.
Yeah, that was a backwards pass.
37-yard line. He did a nice job.
I see they got. Did you see they got a little bit of Walmart blocking there? too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even though I had the that side totally overloaded, they still managed to do some
Oh.
kind of a funny little trade, right?
Yep.
From the training staff that they don't want to rush him back onto the field without further testing. At this point, his return is doubtful.
All right, Joe,
Oh
thank
yeah,
you for the
okay,
update.
fine.
Drops back.
See that? They're
Gets
leaving
the
him in to
pass off.
block. That's why they did that, right?
Well, that's okay, though, because he's a fantastic receiver. So if they want to leave him in to block, it actually makes your coverage job easier.
Yeah.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. Lewis, the lone setback, receives the handoff. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Third down pass.
And that's why you play 4 deep zones. With a man, because when you got basically the equivalent of 5 deep defenders, you can overlap the zones on one side, and then you have man coverage plus a zone on the other side, eh?
Yep.
Shuts down those longer passes down the sidelines.
And so the punt goes out of bounds.
So there you go, folks. If you want to stop those long passes down the sidelines, you play 4 deep zone, and you also have a cornerback on the outside with a man coverage assignment.
Not bad. And that success leads to bigger and better things, usually.
You give it to the halfback. Ross makes the tackle at the 21-yard line. Good game for the offense here in the second.
Well, I got the handoff off.
Yeah, but you've been playing it pretty close to the edge, though. I'm surprised they haven't gotten you more than once.
Here as the game winds down.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Wow, that looks kind of like something I used to do in Madden 03.
Ha!
Right, with the spread line, with the 3 guys clustered in the middle like that.
Yep. But they're going to use it to blitz both safeties, apparently.
Yeah.
Because that makes total sense.
Nice pass and good catch on that play.
See, I used to do that out of a modified dime formation in Madden 03, where I'd have that exact look, but those 3 guys in the middle would all blitz.
In motion.
And I called it the can opener because in Madden 03, basically the offensive line would spread out to try and block the lineman. And you'd have at least 2 defenders rushing through the middle untouched, right?
He brings a lot of things to the table. The thing I like the most is how prepared he always is. I mean, he can run and he can tackle. And he watches so much tape that he actually anticipates what the offense is going to run before they call the play.
Jenkins with a man in motion. Looks like he's calling an audible.
Well, you don't really have your speed guys running those deep routes, do you?
Looking downfield, gets rid of it.
Oh!
Yeah, couldn't quite get it to the outside, right? That pass would have gone if it had been led to the outside a little bit.
Oh, see, I'm actually trying to throw it over him, but the problem is that he won't always throw it deep enough.
Yeah.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. The visiting team come out in a dime package.
Well, you got single coverage on Rhodes this time.
With the pass.
And he caught it this time.
Yeah, he caught it this time.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, well, if you see that look, though, and if that safety backs up a whole bunch, you can throw it to him real quick in front of him, right?
That's right, yeah. And that's actually how that's designed.
Calling an audible. Looks like he's changing the play. Passing on first down. Throws it, and this pass is completed. Holmes makes the tackle at the 49. They have to reach the 44 to convert.
Well, I guess it's one of those passing kind of games today, hey? That being said, though, you did manage about 75 yards on the ground in the first half, which is pretty good for one half of football. Maybe not up to your usual standard, but...
Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver.
Well, if we just keep feeding him the ball, he'll stop dropping it.
38. Jenkins.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I guess.
Holding on to him. That one had steam coming off him.
Looks like he's calling.
Yeah, it's a very different game because you had like 9 rushing touchdowns or something in that the first time around when we did this.
That's right. But I don't know, I'm having trouble on the ground now. And I'm trying all kinds of different things.
They have great size and quickness up front. That allows them to hold up against the run while also giving them the speed to rush the passer when they drop back to pass.
They not covering Marshall now or what?
Drops back with the throw.
Ah.
And is picked off.
I tried to fit it under the safety there again.
Yeah. Oh, and then
But,
Marshall took a face mask penalty too.
Yep.
Current safety is there for
Oh
the
well.
Well, there are three types of safety. Ones who play to run well, ones who play to pass well, and ones that do both well. These are both kind of players.
defensive line shifting around a bit. They line up in the I formation.
Oh, well, I guess I should just go back to what I'm good at.
Slings it to the outside.
Oh, what was that? Magic pass and magic catch.
That was an attempted screen, I think.
Will lay it only about 1 yard to his numbers with that completion. It's second down and 9 to go. Only one man back. Dropping back. Under pressure. Throwing.
Oh, man.
No one near that time. Now it's
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City going to a prevent defense here as they back up the safeties and corners. Pressure coming, throwing short. To the right side.
I think that one might have been thrown just a little bit early too, right?
Yeah, all I can do is this game's passing, man.
Yeah, it looked like the back wasn't ready for that. you
Yeah.
know? Like it hit him and kind of went up in the air and
Punt it away here. Here's the kick.
Wow, that had a lot of error for how far that went.
yeah, it did. It hung up there for a long time. I thought I was going to get a better return out of that than I did. Just because I had to stand there and wait for it for a while.
Allen. Boom. Brings him down at the 30. They're going to keep testing this rushing defense.
The guy seems to get stronger every time he touches the ball.
Calling it audible. He's looking, throws it. He hits it.
Wow, that guy screwed up his assignment.
Yep.
With the tackle at the 45-yard line. Can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook first down.
Well, he's having a good day.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Again with the carry. Graham.
Just having everybody straight up block there.
Yep. Yeah, just the good old halfback slant, eh?
This is the
Yep.
kind of guy that you can build your offense around.
He sees something in the defense. And he'll get the call. Allen just squeaks by the first down marker. Charging ahead for the first.
I love
It
this
works
kind
as
of
an
football.
improvised
That play
dive,
was
too.
a perfect
Yep.
example of how it works. You put the guy in front of you on the ground and power it home.
Passing on first down. Tossing it over the middle. And he hits his target. Allen picks up about 6 after that.
Just like a successful run play.
That first
Yep.
down marker just inside the 35.
Yeah, he's totally going to win every award that a player in his position can qualify for this season.
Jenkins with a man in motion. Receives the handoff. Ross makes the play at the 28-yard line. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker.
There, he just passed 100 yards in this game.
Time run.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets the pass off, and this pass is completed.
We'll give the work to Rhodes so that Allen can get a little bit of a breather there, standing in the pass block.
So with the ball in the red zone, they have a very good chance of extending that lead. Mills, the motion man. He sees something in the defense.
Oh, you're going to run out of time in the third quarter here.
Pass play here on first
Oh, you're
down.
going to get the play off before the third quarter ends. Eh?
Yeah, I like that coverage there. I thought I could make something.
Well, and you did.
The home team are already up by 2 touchdowns and can make it 3 here with the ball in the red zone as we start the fourth quarter. Directing traffic.
Oh, that's convenient.
What?
Let's just hope that that lineman doesn't dive through the line and jump on your back.
Yeah, he probably will. No, he didn't.
Nope, you got a touchdown here.
There we go.
Head down and punches it in for the score.
He was like a locomotive with a full head of steam.
It's a foot race to the sideline, and he's just faster than you are.
Comes in for the extra point.
That's right. Like John says, this guy has more speed than you do.
The kick is up. The point after is good. The home team are lined up for the kickoff. Sends it sailing. From the 5.
Well, he tried to slip me there, but didn't quite get past me all the way.
Yeah, not happening.
It's 1st and 10. Lewis, the lone back, on the delay. Number 96 takes him down at the 23. Play calling is very surprising considering the size of the deficit.
Yeah, this is the time to put the ball in the air. Force the defense to defend a long pass.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Kennison will work out of the shotgun. It's rid of it. Almost right.
You know, they really haven't been doing very well on offense either this game. They are also doing worse. And probably some of that has to do with the fact that you knocked their quarterback out.
Yep.
Slight change in the defensive alignment. Drops back, closing in. That is
I don't know, man. They should just rule it a fumble every time that happens.
Yeah.
They rule it a fumble when it happens to me.
Well, that was so close to being a fumble that, yeah, it very well could have been. Because I couldn't even, in that animation, I couldn't even see the quarterback's arm move. It must have been a notion.
He's waving
Right?
for the fair catch.
I intended to move my arm, therefore it was not a fumble.
It's 1st and 10. Changing the play now. Directing traffic.
That being said, though, I was pretty much shutting them down even with their starter out there too, right? Yeah, even their DBs are playing better in this game.
They are.
Like they're putting their hand up at the right moment to tip the ball and stuff like that.
And I'm also
like,
not getting the same amount of loft under that ball either that I was in the first game.
Yeah.
Mills, the man in motion. Looks like he's changing the play.
Well, I'm not going to try running against those space backers out there.
With the throw, this one falls.
And Rhodes is dropping passes all over the place.
Yeah, really.
Before he can make the reception.
Yeah, and he's either going to get in there and knock the ball out, or he's going to knock someone else out.
As they get ready for this 3rd down play, we'll take a look at.
Yeah, even your 3rd down conversions in this game are a lot lower than they were in the first one, right?
Yep.
You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
Dropping back, looking downfield, throws it over the middle.
I don't know.
Incomplete.
I'm just trying other things because I've got all these other plays in my playbook that I never run.
quarterback. That's what you need to do when you're playing center field.
Yeah, I wonder how many passes Rhodes has dropped this game.
3 or 4.
Not much hang time on this one.
Well, you're having a good day punting the ball anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I punted the ball last game. In the last time we played the Swamp Rats here before we lost it in the fourth quarter.
They line up in the I formation.
Because of that game crash.
I have to say, though, this has been a much more entertaining game than the first time around, though.
Yeah, that, and there's still fans in the stands, too.
Yeah.
By this time, last time, there were still fans in the stands anymore. Everybody went home. And I was trying to run the ball 3 times and punt in order to run the clock out, and even then I was still getting touchdowns. It was brutal.
And he makes the grab. Thomas pulls him down at the 48-yard line. That'll move the chain.
So I guess I won't be setting any records in this game, but it is, entertainment-wise, a more entertaining game.
Changing things up along the defensive front. Lewis is the deep back. Pressure, flings it to the outside. Turns, he has it. Big pop that time.
Boom! That is big-time football.
Good run after the catch.
The Swamp Rats are out there at least showing that they can play football.
Yep.
They have to get the ball inside the 42 to convert. Lewis, the lone setback. Under pressure, throwing.
Oh, wow.
That's one
It's
way
like,
to pass
okay,
defense.
if I can't tip the ball away, I'll just clothesline this guy when he tries to catch it, right?
Yeah. See, they don't call defensive pass interference because it was totally incidental, right?
Yeah, that was incidental contact, yeah. I totally agree.
The quarterback is back in the shotgun. With the pass, this one falls.
Because that was one of those crisscrossing things where they hit the wrong guy. So
Yeah.
the guy who's the intended receiver doesn't get the ball because the guy who is not the intended receiver acts as a pass defender.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the thing is, in a real NFL game, I bet you that the guy who's not the intended receiver would probably put up his hand and catch that.
Well,
Maybe.
It's really not much of a decision here. They have to go for it.
Or the quarterback just wouldn't throw it at that guy.
Throws it.
I mean, they do run these plays in practice. I'm sure that there's crisscrossing routes. They're experienced enough to not hit their own players at the wrong time. But they kind of don't throw passes with timing, any sense of timing in this game. They just kind of fire them out there, and either the pass route is developed or it's not. And that's why you end up with the psychic receiver syndrome in these games.
Yep.
Shifting some personnel up front. With the carry. Nice play fake. Gets rid of it.
There, see, I had man under 2 there.
Yeah, and that time you had the big play from Anthony Thomas over the top.
Yeah, well, I was playing man under 2, but the deep zone guys were the corners.
Yep.
Right.
8th play of this drive. Pressure coming.
Well, you steered him into the other guy. That was definitely, you had a part in that. It's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but you caused that sack.
Now 3rd and long after the sack.
So Cedric Perry's got 3 sacks in this game. Remember, I couldn't even buy a sack the first time around. Right?
Yeah, you basically didn't get a sack all game.
There, now I got another one.
By Cedric Perry.
By Cedric Perry.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might.
Well, it looks like they're going to actually punt this time. They're not going to go for it on 4th and 23.
He's been on the sideline loosening up, and yep, here he comes for the 7th time. Here's the kick.
It looks like he's not even going to bother trying to field that.
And this one comes back out to the 20.
That's one thing that does drive me nuts is when they don't field those.
Yeah.
And then they end up landing.
It rolls to a stop on the 1-foot line or something, right?
Calling an audible now.
It's like we would have been better off if you'd at least called a fair catch and fielded it, right?
Going to the air on first down. Throws it over the middle. He hits his receiver. Jenkins flings that pass in there.
That's great timing between the quarterback and the
Although he
receiver
has a
on
few
that play.
drops, he's going to be, yeah, he's almost at 100 yards receiving too.
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins with a man in motion. Gets the call. Dorsett makes the stop at the 38.
I'll tell you, he might
Well, I
have
had to
one of the
go
fastest first steps in football.
way back in there.
One of those guys
Yep.
who's patient, accelerates quickly, and is very good at using his downfield.
Well, you know what?
block.
Not big offensive numbers, but you moved the ball when you needed to and scored points.
Drops back. Gets rid of it. And it's caught. Ross makes the tackle at the 49. They complete the
See,
pass for
easily
first down.
and
Showed awareness by the receiver. He knew just where he had to go to get the first down. Crossed the marker.
Marshall
and
are
walked
both
the
in the Pro Bowl. And Allen's in the Pro Bowl.
Hand it off. He's in the clear with that blazing speed. John, one of your favorite.
Well, maybe you don't want to turn into try to break the tackle if you're going to turn into a double team tackle.
Yeah.
So we have
It never hurts to cover the ball up before contact, though.
Sure.
Even if you don't break the tackle, it reduces the chances of a fumble, right?
Rhodes, the motion man.
Although, considering the number of carries that Allen gets, he is absolutely amazing at taking care of the ball, right?
Run. Ross stops him at the 31-yard line.
You know that the guys up front love to run block. All offensive linemen do. Just out-muscle the guy right in front of you. They've done a pretty good job.
All offensive linemen love to run block.
Yep. That's because they're on the offensive, right? No, really, because when they drop back to pass block, basically they're trying to fend off a guy that's rushing at them, whereas when they're run blocking, they're the guy that gets to deliver the hit, right?
Yep.
And actually, one of my cousins played high school football, and he played offensive line because he was a big guy. And he played guard, and he liked to get out and pull on sweeps and stuff like that, because then he got to get out there, he told me, and he got to get out there and actually hit people, right? Instead of constantly having someone in his face.
Yeah.
Right?
Drops back. Gets the pass.
Oh, I got tipped
And
to the line.
I guess that gives you kind of an insight into the mentality of an offensive lineman too, right? You know, like to hit people.
Yeah. Well, we could try a field goal from here.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I think it's at the outer limit of our amazing kick power kickers range.
Yeah, it
here.
says something for his amazing kick power when the punter's the guy doing the kickoffs, right? We got shafted on that draft pick, but, you know, what can you do? I guess getting Calvin Allen kind of makes up for it.
Yep.
The rookie sends it sailing through.
He's definitely got an NFL
Although I kicked that
The
basically
home
perfectly.
team have it all working now as they continue to expand their lead. Nice distance. From the 6-yard line. Breaks free.
Yeah, I think the punter actually might even take a ratings hit doing kickoffs, and he's still better than the kicker.
Yeah.
This should just give you guys how that an idea of how that works.
Yeah, we totally got hosed on that draft pick. That scout needs to be fired.
Dropping back to pass on first down. This pass is
That looked an awful lot like the play where the starting quarterback had to go sit down for the rest of the
Yes,
game.
it did.
The only reason he didn't get sacked there is because he basically threw the ball away, right?
Kennison scans the defense from the gun. Pumps once. Throwing the 40, dives and makes the tackle. So they pick up a first down and
They got Walmart blocking there, right? That's why he had time to do that.
Yep.
They got 2 blocks for the price of 1 there.
It's 1st and 10. Loosening up the coverage on the outside. Going to the air on 1st down. With the pass, and he makes
Well, good thing that guy's a linebacker and not actually a safety.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, they're not doing anything fancy. But
He had to make that tackle, and he did.
Yeah.
And it's working.
Tosses it left.
But now I don't have to play off quite so much.
He lost it.
Oh.
The home team.
Danny Jones recovers the fumble.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he's having a big game today. He's got a fumble recovery and a sack.
Sometimes that
Wow.
causes a real problem, especially in
The
handling
Danny
the ball.
Jones can totally play linebacker.
That's what I've been saying.
Couldn't escape the pursuit and was cut down quickly.
These guys up front are
You know
very
what?
tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
2nd and long. Calling an audible now.
Well, they're not changing anything up that they're doing.
Looking for an option.
Oh my God.
The defense
Catch
now
this.
likes
Oh,
to-
he was overthrown.
It was overthrown anyway. Wow.
Coverage downfield.
Ugh.
Not only was it overthrown, but wow, did that defender get back there that time.
Shots downfield when they
Yeah.
see an opportunity.
Too bad, because he was wide open. That was a touchdown. All you needed to do is get it to
Even
him.
if you don't complete the pass.
Well, that's okay.
Here are the numbers when it comes to 3rd down conversions.
3rd down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Calling an audible. Drops back. Looking for a receiver with the pass.
Oh yeah, he's got that one. Finally.
Yeah, well, see, I was looking at the slant there, and that wasn't open, and
No.
then the underneath isn't open, and I don't really know what's going on over there. I guess I could have thrown it to my flat route guy, but I didn't see him, and then I didn't think that the corner route was really working out well. It looks like that guy got thoroughly molested, so I was actually just throwing this away, and
Yeah.
it's like across your body, across the field,
Yep.
right? So I don't know.
Wow.
I was just throwing that away.
Oh well, like I said, sometimes for anyone out there watching, sometimes you got to throw the bomb because good things happen.
Bad things happen when you go to the air. We should have had an extra interception this game, really, because of how bad Rhodes was catching this game.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not on you though, right?
Gets rid of it, and it's caught. Dorsett with
Safety
the
going to the
stop
flat.
at the 3-yard line.
That's
No,
what that was.
that one totally would have been on
Rhodes, yeah.
Rhodes not catching the pass, right?
Well, it still would have counted against Rod Dorsey, though. Or, sorry, Bo Jenkins here.
yeah.
Still would have counted against Bo Jenkins. I love how they start in the goal line and they audible to a quarter.
Yeah.
To the end zone. Caught.
There, we got a touchdown to balance out that interception.
Gets the
Yeah.
touchdown.
Looking like Randy Moss on that one. Moss has the most touchdown catches ever for a rookie. And this young man says that he wants to break that record.
I don't think he said that, John.
No, he said I want to run for 2,500 yards.
Yeah, I don't want to be Randy Moss. I don't know why they keep throwing me the ball. I don't know why I keep catching it.
That's okay. You think you throw the ball to him a lot now? Wait till next
The
season,
kick is up.
because a lot of my offense is designed around that guy,
John, they've cashed in on a turnover
Yep.
opportunity.
and I'm a
Those
passer.
opportunities have led to points
right?
on the board. When you can convert turnovers into points, you really have a big advantage.
Again, a reminder, John, this team can get hot at any time.
Now, the defense is going to have
Oh,
to figure
God.
out a way to
Oh, well,
stop
that was
the
bound to
pressure.
happen sooner or later.
Pick up too much momentum.
Oh, God.
This will give them great field position.
This will give them great field position now.
Yep.
They tried the directional kick, but it goes out of bounds.
The return team is going to have good position after that one, and they didn't even have to worry about running it back.
It's 1st and 10.
Well, I guess we'll just...
From the gun. Throwing on 1st down.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he finally got one. He finally got in there.
Yeah, who was that got that one?
That was Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been setting that one up for a while now and calling it over and over and over, and
Well, it'll help Edwards get better as a player, too.
Surveying the field with the pass, and he hits his target. Jones makes the catch, but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid...
Yeah, to be honest with you, he might have been better off just going down normally instead of trying to fight that tackle off.
yep.
Two minutes left. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. Under pressure with the throw, he hits his receiver. Boston brings him down at the...
Thought I'd bring the blitz there, but oh well. I guess I'm bringing it again now.
Goes out to the left.
Yep.
This one falls incomplete. Fifth play of this drive. Kennison starts out of the shotgun. Duff, the motion man. Dropping back, pressure coming.
Oh, wow, how is that not a sack?
Not only how is that not a sack, but how is that not an interception?
He's picked up both first downs on this series.
Everything had to go miraculously right there.
Gets rid of it, and he lets it slip out of his grasp. He can't complete that.
Well, I
short
think he
pass.
was throwing that into a
Second down.
crowd in there now.
Yeah, there was like Danny Jones and another guy there.
Seventh play of this drive. Kennison back in the shotgun. Drops back, looking for an option. Gets the pass off. This one falls.
Go Ben French.
No
Ben
choice
French
here,
says
John. They just
no.
have to keep throwing.
That's
They do.
right.
Running the ball isn't going to do a whole lot of good now.
Eighth play of this drive. Lewis, the lone setback. Closing in, throwing, knocked away.
Yeah, I think that one wasn't going anywhere because of that hit he took.
Yep.
That's right. You got to have composure in these situations. Find your receivers who can pick up yardage after the catch. But most importantly, you have to keep the chains moving.
Ninth play of this drive. They're in a tough spot here, but they have to go for it. Throws over to his right. And
Well, I think they're going to turn that over on downs.
Yeah, when you're in that kind of position, you shouldn't be trying to throw a short pass like that.
So they have first.
Well, I can't figure out why they're putting those three receivers on one side all the time, right? Like, it's not buying them anything, right?
Changing the play now. Dropping back. Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. Trotter makes the
Well, that's
tackle.
okay. We'll just throw it to easily.
39.
Yep.
They need about 3. Mills in motion. Calling an audible now.
Well, after this, unless they call a timeout, you probably don't have to call another play.
Gets the call.
No, that was a good run.
Yep.
At the 50. A very well drawn up play.
Yeah, you don't have to call another play. You can just let the clock run.
Yeah, that'll be game.
Well, you know what? It still wasn't a particularly close game. Although it was...
It just wasn't well, it was a blowout, but it wasn't a total landslide.
We didn't completely dismantle these guys, right? Like we did the first time.
Although you did get a shutout this time.
Yeah.
Probably because we didn't kick the ball off to them like 20 times.
Well, also, like, they again, didn't really make much of an effort to run the ball, and so I was basically just playing pass defense all game long, right?
Yep.
There's the final gun.
And I finally got used to operating my audibles properly, so I wasn't having to, like, waste timeouts because I'm out of position and that kind of thing. And I got Danny Jones a sack.
Yeah, you did.
Of course, almost everybody got a sack in this game, it seems like.
Yeah, see, last time we did this, you didn't get any sacks at all, and this time you got, like, a whole bunch.
Well, yeah, they managed a whole big whopping 29 yards rushing. And they did throw for 235 yards.
Yep.
But it seemed like they would get to about my 30-yard line, and then all their drives would just fizzle out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they never made it into the red zone even once. So you had a 103.9 passer rating, which isn't too bad. Completed 68% of your passes for 3 touchdowns and 1 interception.
That's the third interception of the season.
Yeah. Against 15 touchdowns, so, I mean, that's not bad. And Kelvin Allen had a bit of an ordinary day, averaging only 5.1 yards per carry.
Yep.
But he did have all the rushing yards.
Yeah, the only reason why we have less rushing yards is because guys jumping on Bo Jenkins' back.
Yeah, and easily caught a lot of passes. So did Rhodes. So
yeah, see, when I wasn't throwing it at Easley, bad things happened, so I just kept throwing it at him.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, it's your possession receivers that get most of the work here in this particular offensive system that you're running.
Yeah, I think it's because I have a possession passing attack, and so players who have those types of characteristics play well.
Yeah, Mills caught 1 pass for 48 yards. I guess they didn't count some of those as drops.
Weird.
Maybe they just chalked them up as being defensed passes or something. I don't know.
Who knows? Either that or maybe they hit him in the helmet or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So, anyway, one thing about it anyway, we didn't lose Toby Johnson this time around.
Yeah, last game Toby Johnson got hurt.
Yeah, and he was going to be out for a while. This game, he got 7 tackles and an interception. So, yeah, we got 7 sacks, 4 by Perry, 1 by Jones, 1 by Zach Mack.
Yeah, it's amazing how different the game can be.
Yeah, and
with the same team.
1 by Jerome Edwards.
Look at all those pass deflections.
Yep, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 deflected passes.
And you know what? Their fast tight end was barely a factor in this game, whereas last time he was giving you fits.
Yeah. It's funny that Jones had no deflected passes in this game. And in the last game, it seemed like he was getting his hands on the ball like every other play, right?
Yeah, he had like 4 deflected passes last game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just goes to show how different these games can be, even if you replay the same game twice.
Yeah. But anyway, here we go. So, it looks like neither of them did very well. They both had... although the starter did manage to complete 57% of his passes. He's the guy that threw the interception too, though.
Yep.
Right, the backup only completed 44% of his passes, but he didn't get picked off. And I sacked both of them around the same amount, right?
Yep.
And, well, they didn't really run the ball very much. And they didn't get very many drops. Only 3 drops, considering the number of pass attempts that they made. Right, 51 pass attempts.
Yep.
And only 3 drops. That's pretty good. Kenny Jones. They killed Kenny.
Ha!
Okay, so the longest pass I allowed was 24 yards. Yeah, that guy was all over the field.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty good player, actually.
Yeah. Surprising that they'd be able to sign him out of free agency, right? They did not kick. They punted 7 times. So that's it. And the player of the game is Calvin Allen.
Of course it is. He's always the player of the game.
The player of the year is Calvin Allen.
Although, you know, we're probably 3rd in rushing now.
Maybe. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
But anyway, we managed to complete the game this time.
Yeah. And we won it for the 2nd time.
Yeah, we won. Well, I didn't really expect anything different. The only thing is I'm glad that it was not quite as lopsided as it was in the first one, because at least there was some challenge there, right?
Yeah.
And I also like to get a shutout on defense once in a while. It feels pretty good. So anyway, until next time.
I'm Recby5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.